reads, it says the perimeter of a square is 56. What is its area in centimeter square? Right? The perimeter of a square is 56. All right, what do we do know that a square would have the length of its sides being the same. So we have 4 sides equaling 56. So basically, we want to divide 4 into 56. All right, so 4 into 56, and we will get 4 into 7 1 times, and 4 into 16, 4. So we're looking at about 14. All right, so it means then that one of the length of the side of the square is 14. We're saying that this is 14, this is 14, and this is 14, this is 14. So if we do add up everything, we will get 56. So we divide the 56 by 4. The question wants to know the area. The area of this is going to be 14 times 14. And when we do multiply 14 by 14, we will get 196. So here it is. This is the area of a square with a side of 14. Then 36 reads that the circumference of a circle is 154. Given that pi is 22/7, we want to know what the diameter of the circle is. All right. Again, the diameter of the circle is what? The circumference is 156. What do we know? We do know that circumference is equal to 2 pi r or pi d. So we could say 2 pi r, or we could call this the pi times the diameter, because 2r gives us 1d. We are saying that 154 is equal to, we could say pi times diameter, and the pi is 22/7 times the diameter. So we're trying to find the diameter. It's simply going to equal to 154 times 7/22. Right? 54 divided by 22, and that's about 7. 22 into itself 1 time, 22 into this will give us 7. 7 times 7, the answer is 49. So I did use 22 to divide into itself, and then into 154, I'll get 7 times. So the answer that I'm looking for, the diameter, is 49. Let's go to question 38. Question 38, or leaving Trinidad, the time on a pilot's watch was 23 hours. All right, which is about 11 o'clock in the PM. When he arrives at destination in the same time zone, we're looking at 3. All right, this is 3 in the AM. How many hours did the flight take? Well, you could simply check. All right, so we could say, guess what? 23, then you actually have 0. So this is 11 in the night, this is 12, and then you have regular 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're at 11 o'clock right now. 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. So you're seeing 1, 2, 3. There's a 4-hour span between that. So we're definitely saying that, guess what? It's a 4-hour journey, right? Range the 15 scores, test scores, all right, offered that in order of size, and selected the 8th score. So 15 and the 8th score. So that means, let's just quickly check out this. We would have 7 in front. This is the 8th score, and then we'll have another 7 more after that. Total of 15. So this one is actually the middle one, which is the median. So that we're talking. So this score that she selected would be the median. And if you notice, there were a range in size here, whether it's ascending or descending order, and then being selected the middle term there, that's the median you're looking at. To item 37, it says this refers to the diagram which consists of a triangle resting on a square. Total area of the diagram is 63 square cm. What is the value of h, which is the height? All right. Definitely we're told that we're looking at a square and a triangle. Right? So the fact that we're looking at a square and a triangle, there are some things that we could fill out. All of this distance here is 7. All of this is also 7. All of this is also 7, which would have made the area here 49. 7 sevens is 49. This is the area of this part. We were told that the total area of everything was 63. Then I'm going to subtract the 49 from the 63. right? Why am I subtracting the 49 from the 63? I'm subtracting the 49 from the 63 so that I will be able to have the area of the triangle, which is 14. So the area of the triangle is 14. In other words, I'm suggesting that all of this area is 14, right? Now, if the area is 14 and I know that the base is 7, look at what the area of the triangle says. It says base times height over 2 should give me that 14. So basically, the base is actually 7. So 7h over 2 is equal to 14. Therefore, 7h is equal to 14 times 2, which is going to land me 28. So I divide both sides by 7, and I'm looking at h, which is equal to 4. Looking at 4, and 4 is right here for question 37. Question 40 and 41. So it says the reference to the diagram which shows the cumulative frequency curve based on based on the marks of 200 students who took a driving test. All right, good. So let us see what the question really is referring to. So the diagram is saying the median score by the 200 students. All right, the median is Q2. It's 50% of the sample. So we're going to find 50% of the sample, and from there we could do a thing. So first, we want to understand that the median, let me put it right here. The median is 50% of the sample. So if we're talking about 200, 100 is going to be right here. This is 50% of the sample. We're not going to take this as the answer though. We would have to go across with this, go across with that, and right where it touches the curve right here, we're going to read off this down here. We have to take this down, all right? So between that, but if these are the marks I'm looking at, so this is 30, 40, this is 35, all right? 36, 37, 38. So it came down between 37 and 38. So it's between 37 and 38. So I'm looking for 37.5. That's exactly where it came down here. And that's the response there. Another thing that you could look at, none of these answers would have been correct. It couldn't have been this based on where it came down, couldn't have been the 14 or the 100. So definitely you would have seen that this is the appropriate answer. But it came down between them though. I saw that it came down exactly between those two. All right. In a box, there are 8 red. All right, so we're looking at, all right, so in the box we have 8 red, 7 blue, and 6 green marbles. 1 marble is picked randomly. What is the probability that it is neither blue nor red? All right, so if you're going to pick and it's neither blue nor green, then it has to be red. So technically, this is asking us what's the probability that is a red. So we're saying, what's our total marbles? Our total marbles is 8 plus 7 plus 6. So we're talking about 15. 15 and 6 will give us 21, or 13 and 8 is 21. So out of 21 marbles, we want to pick the red, which is 8 out of 21, because we don't want to pick the blue or the green. So we don't want to pick these 7, we don't want to pick that 6. So we're left with 8 out of that 21 to be picking from. So that would have been the red ones. If I have a slope, right, or what we call the gradient, if I have a gradient of any line, in this case it is equal to 4, and I have a coordinate which is 0, 5, this is telling me that this is the y-intercept. How do I know? Any coordinate with the x value being a 0 mean that you're on the y-axis. So in this case, it's y equal to 4x plus 5 would have represented the equation of that line. Following graphs represent a linear function. All right, a linear function. So we could just quickly go through the ones that are not. So definitely linear function means a straight line. So definitely this is a parabola. This is actually one of those exponential functions. This is a can't work. This is our straight line right here, right? That's our linear function right there. Question 48 reads, so we're going to use that to answer the question. So it reads, the coordinate of the turning point of the function y is equal to 4x minus x squared. The coordinate of the turning point will be right here. We're looking at right there, where x is 2 and y is 4. So we're looking at 2, 4, which is that. So a line L is parallel to the line 3x minus 7y minus 9 is equal to 0. What is the gradient of the line L? When lines are parallel, their gradient will be the same. Definitely what we want to do with this is to transpose. So we have 3x minus 7y minus 9 equals 0. 3x. So what we want to do is to transpose to get everything across. So let's say we leave the negative 7y here. It's going to equal to, bring this over here, it's going to be negative 3x. And there's going to be a positive 9x because the sign would have changed. We divide by that negative 7. So technically, y is going to equal to a positive 3 over 7x and a minus 9, 7. So the gradient will be the same. So it's positive 3, 7. So I'm looking for that for my gradient. Positive 3, 7. 52 says the range of f of x cube for the domain this would be what? So we're checking out the numbers. We're cubing, meaning basically then, let us say f of x is equal to x cube negative 2. Negative 2 cube will give us 8. So we're talking about 8. We're cubing negative this. Then we're cubing this. Negative 1 cube is going to give us a negative 1. All right. So negative 2 cube is negative 8, should say. Negative 1 cube is negative 1. 0 cube is still 0. 1 cube is 1. 2 cube is 8. So I'm looking for all of these values. Negative 8, negative 1, 0, 1, and 8. So I'm looking for that, which would have been this here. All right, let's look at 50. Question 50. All right, so it reads, if g of x is equal to 7x minus 3 all over 5, then we want to do g of negative 6. Doing g of negative 6 simply means that I'm going to be inserting negative 6 in the g function. So it's going to be 7 times negative 6, and then I'm going to minus 3. All of that is going to be over 5. Negative 42 minus 3 over 5. This is going to land me negative 45 over 5. And that's going to give me negative 9. So I'm looking at getting a negative 9 right here, which is that for my answer. So there it is. We're finding g of negative 6 in the g function there. Let's look across here. Question 50. All right. Talking about question 53, this refers to the following diagram. All right, this looks like a reflection to me. What transformation maps PQR onto P prime, Q prime, R prime? In other words, what transformation would have mapped this diagram here onto this one here? This is my object. This is my image. I'm definitely seeing where there's a mirror line between here, and we could see corresponding points linking. Definitely, it's a reflection, right? So the answer is D for this one. This is a reflection. So it's laterally inverted. Reflection is the answer. All right, let's go to 51. 51 refers to, it says the following diagram. All right, 51 refers to the following arrow diagram, which shows the function f. Which of the following best describe the function? So basically this question is saying, listen, looking at the arrows, right? Which one of these would have best described that? So we want to find what could I do to 2 to turn it into 5, 5 to turn it into 8. I'm seeing that I'm adding 3 to these. So basically my x value plus 3 produces a y value. So I'm looking for x plus 3, and look if it works for everything. 11 plus 3, 14. 8 plus 3, 11. 5 plus 3, 8, 2 plus 3, 5. So definitely I have to select this for my answer. All right, let's go to 54. Which of the following polygons does the sum of the measure of the interior angles, the sum of the measure of the exterior angles? All right, definitely all exterior angles of every polygon is always like this part. We gotta know that this is always 360 degrees. Doesn't matter how many sides a polygon has, its exterior angles will be summed to be 360. Then definitely it's going to be a quadrilateral where we have the total internal, because the quadrilateral will be made up of two triangles, as you could see, 180 and then another 180, total of 360. And what we're saying is the internal and the external angle of every quadrilateral is going to be the same, 360. So that's the response for that one. Five. All right, so question 55 reads, item 55 refers to the following diagram. The straight line y equal x, all right? So the straight line y equal x, that's what we have. So the question reads, what is the image of the line y equal x when it's rotated anticlockwise about 0, which is the origin, through an angle of 90? So definitely we will be coming this way, going that way. Sorry for how this diagram looks, but definitely 90 degrees. So what's the question? What is the image? It's gonna be y equal negative x. So if I take this line here and go 90 degree this direction, I'm going to be getting this line here, which is just y equals negative x. So yeah, that means points on this line. If x is 1, y is negative 1. If x is negative 5, y is positive 5. So it's y is the negative of whatever x value that you have. All right, that's 55. Let's look at 56. 56 refers to the diagram. So we're looking at this diagram here. I'm seeing a translation. Anyway, it says in the diagram, the translation by which AB is mapped onto A prime, B prime is represented by what? In an effort to find the translation, you could basically pick a point. So let us say we're picking the point B. I'm going to be adding a translation, and then the result is 7, 8. As you can see, I can take this from that. Or you could think mentally, what could I add to 5 to get 7? That's 2. What can I add to 7 to get 8? That's 1. So technically speaking, the 0.57 was translated using the translation to 1, and we get 7, 8. So I'm looking for 2, 1 for my answer. Definitely, here is the answer, 2, 1. All right, that's 56. All right, let's head on to 57. Item 57 refers to the following right angle triangle ABC. So I'm looking at it here. Let's see what the question is. All right, so the question says, all right, so item 57 refers to the following right angle triangle ABC. We're looking at this triangle ABC. AB is 40. We have an angle here at A. All right, in the triangle, BAC is 30 back. So we're looking at this angle here. And we get the length AB, which is 40. Right? So the question is the length BC. So we're asked to find this. Technically, BC is opposite to the 30 degrees, and we have the hypotenuse. No, if we go back to using the SOHCAHTOA, all right, so it's going to be the opposite and the hypotenuse here, which is sine. So basically, we're saying the sine of 30 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is BC, over the hypotenuse, which is 40. So BC is going to definitely be 40 sine 30. We multiply both sides by 40 here in an effort to cancel. Let me just fix this. All right, good. So we multiply both sides here by 40 to cancel this. So BC is alone. So 40 sine 30 is what I'm looking for, and it's right on top here. And that's my answer using the trig ratios. 58. 58. Item 58 refers to the following diagram of an enlargement. So we could see that it's an enlargement where ABC was enlarged to A prime, B prime, C prime. All right, what's the question? OAA prime, OBB prime, OCC prime are straight lines. We're seeing those. ABC is marked onto A prime, B prime, C prime by an enlargement, the center 0. What is the scale factor of the enlargement? If I'm going to go for the scale factor of the enlargement, there are a number of things that I could focus on, but I'm just going to pick one thing and go. We could focus on any corresponding idea, right? But in this case, I'm going to focus on the corresponding sides BC or CB, CB corresponding to C prime, B prime. As you could see, CB was enlarged to C prime, B prime. How many units am I looking at here? 1. I'm looking at 1 unit here. And how many units am I looking at here? 2. The thing is, if we want to find the scale factor K, we're looking at dividing the image, the concept of the image, by the concept of its object. Corresponding ideas, really, that's what I want to say. So I'm talking about 2 over 1, which is going to equal to 2. So therefore, my scale factor K is equal to 2. It was magnified by 2. And here it is. And this is the answer. All right. All right. That's 58. All right, let's go. So I'm just going to drop my cardinal points here. We're going off on a 45-degree angle. All bearings are from the north. So it was coming like this. And this was 45 degrees. So the plane was actually heading that way. So this is my north line here. All right. So the deal is that it says that the plane switched course, right? And then all bearings are from the north. So coming from here, it went 135, bam, heading in that direction. So if I just quickly change this, all of this angle out here, all of that angle out there was 135. So the thing is, you could see that there is a difference here. There's a just little difference. So it's going to be the 135 minus that 45, and then you'll get 90 degrees. So there was a 90 degrees increase in the bearing there for that one there. So it was a 90 degrees turn. All right. In a triangle PQR, so all right, let me just draw this triangle. So this is so in a triangle PQR. All right, so P is X degrees. All right, good. We know that much. And Q is 2X, so we have 2X there. I'm labeling my concepts. What is the size of R? Well, it's going to be adding these and taking it from 180 degrees. Total internal angle of the triangle should come to 180 degrees. Therefore, I'm saying X plus 2X, that's going to land us 3X. These are the sum of the two angles here. So the response for that last angle would be 180 degrees minus 3X. That's the concept. So we won't get a value, but we have an idea. This is the answer. All right. Thank you for watching. I trust that you have learned something. So please like, share, and subscribe to Delemont's Concept. Bye-bye.